Welcome to all. The poem Oyster. Let's read the poem. There once was an oyster whose story I tell, who found that some sand had got into its shell. It was only a grain, but it gave him great pain, for oysters have feelings, although they are so plain. Now did he berate the harsh working of fate that had brought him to such a deplorable state? Did he curse at the government, cry for election, and claim that the sea should have given him protection? No, he said to himself as he lay on a shell, since I cannot remove it, I shall try to improve it. Now the years have rolled around, as the years always do, and he came to his ultimate destinies too. And the small grain of sand that had bothered him so was a beautiful pearls, all richly aglow. Now the tale has a moral, for isn't it grand what an oyster can do with a morsel of sand? What couldn't we do if we had only begun with some of the things that get under our scheme? Here, the poet wants to tell a story of an oyster. In first stanza, what did the oyster find one day? One day, some sand had entered into its shell. It was very small, like grain, but then also giving oysters very pain. Though oyster has very soft, the sand of grain is giving lot of trouble to that oyster. They means who? They are so plain. Means what that they refers here? They refers to the oyster. In second stanza, the poet described what the oyster should do. Did he shout on that sand? Because it was difficult to work with. What brought the oyster to a deplorable state? Here, the grain of sand brought the oyster to a deplorable state. Then again, which three things the oyster did not do? Firstly, he did not curse the government. Second, it did not ask for election, for not giving protections. And thirdly, he did not grumble. In third stanza, the oyster telling to himself, अपने आप से बोल रहा है, that already sand entered in a shell. It cannot be removed. So he want to improve it. वो उसे सुधारना चाहता है. What did the oyster decided to do? The oyster decided to transfer the sand of grain. वो transfer करना चाहता था the sand of grains. Then many years passed. What is the ultimate destiny of an oyster? The ultimate destiny of an oyster is to become stew. Stew means जैसे आखिर उसकी डेस्टिनी क्या है? ऑयस्टर को आखिर में कोई ना कोई पकड़ के उसको खा लेता है. We all know that oysters, some people eat oysters. So what is the destiny? उसकी किस्मत में आखिर में कुछ पकना ही है या फिर लोग उसे खा लेंगे. In fourth stanza, poet telling that up till now the small grain of sand gave lot of troubles. इतना ट्रबल दिया, but आखिर में क्या हुआ? What happens to the grain of sand? The grain of sand was transferred into a pearls. कुछ सालों बाद क्या हुआ? जो grain of sand था वो ट्रांसफर हुआ किसमें? pearls में. एक मोती में बदल गया. What an oyster can do with a morsel of sand. वो क्या कर सकता था, पर वह शांत रहा. बोलते हैं ना, समय बड़ा बलवान होता है. समय बीतता गया और grain of sand turn into a pearls. वो क्या हुआ, एक मोती में बदल गया. The two words that described the pearls was beautiful and richly aglow. And what are the qualities of the oyster? Patient and diligent. In stanza 5, here poet want to give a moral to all of us that we can do anything if we have patience and keep calm. If anything can irritate us, अगर हमको कुछ तकलीफ दे रहा है, we don't have to lose our temper. The things that get under our skin means that irritate us. What should we do at that time? We should not grumble. We should try to improve them. हमको उन्हें सुधारना है. If things irritate and create trouble, we lose our calm. अगर कोई चीज हमें परेशान कर रही है तो हम शांत नहीं रहते, हमारा टेम्पर बढ़ जाता है. But through this poem we got a moral. Here an oyster, that is an animals, inspire us how we handle such situations. I think everybody understood the poem. Thank you very much.